Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Jahlia in this incarnation. I am here today to talk about the energies of this next week. We have very important movements, so I'm going to do a summary as always, and then we are going to talk about them more. We have energies of faith, of connection in our own purpose, of expanding ourselves internally and externally, of being, expressing, and communicate from the freedom of the inner self. I think it is also important to say that the transits are activating specific energies in our natal charts, particular ones. So even though the sky right now is offering this big opportunity of connecting with the prosperity of the soul, with the perception of abundance inside and in what surrounds us, this can coexist with other situations and emotions that are not responding to the optimism or happiness that is linked with Jupiter. And I think that is important to accept without judging what we are transiting or what is transited, but understanding that if we want it and if we take the necessary actions, the expansion is always available in each moment. So, being said that, I wanted to talk about today because this 19th, the Sun in Taurus is still in conjunction with Jupiter in Taurus and is perfecting its sextile with Neptune in Pisces, which is a transit of materialization and growth of something that you have put, like your body and your soul. Body and soul is something very linked with Taurus and Neptune. And for others, this is about trusting in that they cannot see yet, in this potential that we have to develop and keep investing their resources and energy in what the soul is inviting them to do. But on Saturday, I commented about the polarities of Neptune and also the excesses that are linked with both of these planets. There is a tendency to not put in health boundaries many times if we are not aware, But you can go to that video to not repeat the whole information. On the other side, Mars in Aries this May 20th is going to perfect its conjunction with the North Node. I already mentioned this too. And new steps that we are giving that can allow that the soul express genuinely through our identity, different actions to open the way with courage and independence. All of these things collaborate with the advancement in the evolutionary spiral and with the co-creation of new realities, because North Node is a very, very evolutionary point. So this same May 20th, we have the entrance of the Sun in Gemini. We start a new season to communicate ourselves, to use our voice, to share who we are, to open ourselves to the learning, and to open ourselves to information that can contribute, because we are going to have a lot of air. So it is a key to put a filter in what we are consuming, because opening our mind doesn't mean that we have to receive everything. This can create like this overcharged. And on the other side, when the Sun is entering Gemini, is going to create this trine with Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So this is going to be practically activated the whole week. And it is the first time that we experiment this transit. It is going to be perfected on the 22nd, I think. And is inviting us to change, obsolete forms of thought that disconnect us from our own consciousness. But also this is about assuming our power to communicate in the ways that the soul came here to do, to verbalize our ideas and connecting with a community that with which we can, make this synergy for the elevation of the collective consciousness. I mean, this channel, has this function because other people could reunite themselves for other causes. But from my role and my place, I think this is the most integrative thing that we can practice as humanity. And this is linked with sharing our particularities, so what makes us different, and as it is a fluid aspect, this gives us like the impulse, but everything depends on us, as always. So, on May 23rd, we have the full moon in Sagittarius, which I already talked about. This is an opportunity to extract wisdom in a new level of what we have transited, and to understand the direction that we want to assume. But also, I think it is important to empty ourselves, from the things that we believe we know, to open ourselves to new revelations, to a new knowledge that is also, helping us to recognize better our function, our purpose in this collective puzzle, with the aspects of Pluto and Aquarius. And the same day occurs, of course, the conjunction between Jupiter and Venus in Taurus, and the sextile they make with Neptune. So big desires can turn a reality here. If you've been working for them, it is a moment to bear the fruits of things that we have seeded in our own desires, in our relationships, or for other people, this could be linked with being shown with more clarity the way to make them true. It is a special moment to cultivate self-love this transit and every day, but to enjoy ourselves and to connect in this way, doing something special maybe if you want to connect with the body, to enjoy life, to enjoy nature, and also to do something in coherence, to what we want to see grow and blossom. And this same day, Venus is going to enter in Gemini and also activates a trine with Pluto in Aquarius. A lot of trines with Pluto. So Venus here desires to connect with others through mental stimuli. It is about communicating and hearing each other, listening to the other and what the other person has to tell. Reflections, association of different informations, humor, learning mutually from relationships, and being able to give like movement and dynamism. I don't know if that word exists. I think it is. But this thing about changing and the mutability of Gemini, that is also linked with mutable signs, it is very important, and the trine can connect us with souls with which it is produced this electromagnetism, with whom we can transform ourselves, and maybe we have transformed in other lives because Pluto is retrograde, and reflecting our own empowerment, the empowerment of the consciousness, which is something that we have to work on. And Venus, is always talking about connections one-to-one. It is associated with partnerships, but also with important people, with people that we consider very, very important in our path. So it could be another kind of connections too. At last, yesterday I talked about this. Jupiter is entering in Gemini too on May 25th. So we can expand the richness of our minds and to, renew the ideas with this trine with Pluto in Aquarius. But also this day, we're going to feel it this day and the 26th. Mars in Aries is going to activate the mathematical degree of the eclipse of April 8. So this is one of the multiple chances that we have and that are presenting and that are going to keep presenting to do something about, something that in that moment emerged, and we had this insecurity or this fear, and right now we could be like more ready to face that wound, because if you remember that eclipse, Chiron was very present, and that wound that was preventing us from moving forward. So, I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.